The world of football has seen many heroes rise under blinding stadium lights, but only a few leave behind a legacy so powerful that even silence feels heavy when they are gone. Sonny Jurgensen was one of those rare names. The moment news of his passing surfaced, fans across generations paused, some in disbelief, others in quiet reflection, asking the same question: how does a legend like this really leave the world? Behind the stats, the fame, and the Hall of Fame jacket was a man whose final chapter was far more private than his glorious career, and that mystery is what draws us in. Sonny Jurgensen was more than just a quarterback. He was a symbol of an era when football was raw, fearless, and deeply personal. Born in 1934, Jurgensen carved his name into NFL history with his cannon-like arm and unmatched confidence on the field. He played in a time when quarterbacks didn't just manage games. They carried teams on their shoulders. His career with the Philadelphia Eagles and later the Washington Redskins made him a household name, and his impact on the sport continues to echo decades later. As news spread about Sonny Jurgensen's death at the age of 90, fans naturally searched for answers about the cause. According to reports, his passing was due to natural causes related to age. There was no sudden tragedy, no shocking incident, just the quiet closing of a long, full life. Yet somehow, that makes the moment even more emotional. A man who spent years under roaring crowds and national attention left the world softly, surrounded by the legacy he built rather than the noise he once commanded. While the football world mourned the loss of a legend, those closest to Sonny felt a much deeper pain. Behind the public figure was a devoted family man. Sonny Jurgensen was married to his wife, Margot Jurgensen, for many years, and their bond remained strong away from the spotlight. She stood by him through career highs, injuries, transitions, and life after football, something fans rarely get to see, but which often defines the man more than any trophy. Together, Sonny and his wife raised 3 children, and by all accounts, he took great pride in being a father. Despite the demands of professional football, he was known to value family time and personal relationships deeply. Those who knew him often described him as warm, humorous, and grounded, qualities that don't always make headlines, but shape a lasting legacy within a family. For his children, Sonny wasn't an NFL icon. He was simply dad. Financially, Sonny Jurgensen lived comfortably, but not extravagantly. His estimated net worth reflected the era he played in, far different from today's multi-million-dollar contracts. Through his playing career, broadcasting work, and public appearances, he built a stable and respectable fortune. His net worth has been estimated in the range of several $1,000,000, earned through decades of dedication to the game rather than flashy endorsements or modern megadeals. What truly set Sonny Jurgensen apart, however, was his lifestyle after retirement. Unlike many former athletes who chase constant attention, Sonny embraced a quieter life. He remained connected to football as a commentator and analyst for years, offering sharp insight and honest opinions that fans came to trust. Yet when the cameras were off, he preferred simplicity, family, friends, and moments away from the spotlight. There was something poetic about the way Sonny aged. He didn't try to relive his glory days or compete with younger generations. Instead, he allowed his legacy to speak for itself. He attended events selectively, shared stories with humility, and never forgot where he came from. Former teammates and players who grew up watching him often spoke about his kindness, his wit, and his willingness to mentor without ego. The emotional weight of Sonny Jurgensen's passing lies not in unanswered questions, but in the realization that an entire chapter of football history has quietly closed. He represented a generation that played for pride, toughness, and love of the game. In today's fast-paced sports world, that kind of authenticity feels rare, and that's why his loss feels so personal, even to fans who never saw him play live. As tributes continue to pour in, one thing becomes clear. Sonny Jurgensen didn't just leave behind records and accolades. He left behind memories of Sunday afternoons, of impossible throws, of a fearless quarterback who never backed down. He left behind a family who knew his heart, not his fame. And he left behind a legacy that will continue to inspire long after the final whistle. In the end, Sonny Jurgensen's story reminds us that even legends are human. They love, they age, and eventually they rest. But the impact they make, the lives they touch, The moments they create never truly fade. Sonny may be gone, but his name, his game, and his spirit remain forever etched in the history of football.